G'day folks, Annie here, and well, today you find me in Bulawayo, Zimbabwe. I am staying at the place I just showed you. It's known as the Bulawayo Club. 5-ish minute review for who? For you.
It's the 5-ish minute review. I'm Andy Rome. Oh yeah.
Here we are in this old Colonial building, and you get buzzed in. We're going to have a little look through, and then we need to learn a little bit about this building and this club. But here we go. Here, as they say, we go. And you come straight into here. This is the dining area. All of this. And reception just there. So yeah, in the evenings they've been firing up the old fireplace, which has been good. They've got a restaurant, got a decent menu. And I guess in the warmer months you can choose to come out here and dine in the courtyard. So the first 2 floors are just for functions and restaurants, and there's a bar. And then I think it's just the top floor that is the actual accommodations. And there is a bar. Let's have a look at this beautiful relic. There you go. And of course you can watch the EPL. This is just as much an exploration of the building as it is an accommodation review. But wait till you see the lift and the staircase. Now that's a staircase. Wow. And a vintage wheelchair. Club chairman goes all the way back to 1895, Dr. Hans Saar. The lift. This is one of the many highlights. Just one of the many, many highlights of this place. Check out the lift. I mean, I don't want to touch anything except the number 2 key. Now I will say that it did stop about 2 feet short of my floor last night at one point, but I felt it was all part of the experience. I pressed the number 1, it went up a bit more. Still not quite to the right level, but that's perfect. And what a lift. And now you can see, now this is the second floor, so it's ground first, second. So you can have a look down there at these magnificent, magnificent stairs. And look, we've got pictures of white men on horseback. So along all sides, I think there's guest rooms. And there's guest room number 1. I'm in guest room number 3. But there are so many other rooms in this place. just here. A lovely little sitting room. Should you want, there's even a fridge out here. I suppose you could keep your drinks cold if you wanted in this fridge. I didn't even notice. And lots of pictures of bald men, some with moustaches, some with not. Military bearings, old. And European. In the room there is actually a bit of information about the club, which I'll go through with you because I haven't actually read it yet. A balconic feature, indeed. A Zimbabwean flag and a view of Custom House across the road, and indeed Bulawayo. Hard to beat it, especially at this time of day with the sun setting over there, over the dome. I don't know that I've ever spent a night in a place like this before. Perhaps the closest thing was, and I can't even remember the name of it, but I did stay in a very unique place in Nuwara Eliya. Was that it? In Sri Lanka? I think that was it. Now for the room. Dun, 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 dun. There you go. It smells clean. And by clean I mean of cleaning products. And it's cold. It's much cooler inside than out. There we go. It's all in very good condition, isn't it? So, let's do a room review, because we should. There is a ceiling fan. I'm not sure it works, but it might. But if it is, it requires a control that they haven't given to me. That's not an issue because it's been freezing. Here we have a good size-ish, a good sized bed. I'd say it's a queen bed. There is a television over there. Can I just say, haven't turned it on. I believe it's just local channels anyway. There's a little tea making kit, and good news is a bottle of water every day. And there's also another fan that they provided, so maybe that ceiling fan no longer works. Here they've got a nice little area here, so it's very spacious. So that's a huge tick for the room. It is very, very spacious. Reverse angle for you. Did I mention it's spacious? It is. And over here, well, we have the room of the bath. Yes, indeed, there is a bath. And yes, you can have a bath. And the hot water is piping hot until it runs out. And it did run out on the first night. But piping hot. So the bath is rather good. It's a very good sized bath. It's quite deep. The shower, on the other hand, you have to adjust the hot and the cold little by little by little by little. And it is an incredibly delicate operation. Can I just say? An incredibly delicate operation. And yes, it's a very, you've got to be very careful not to burn yourself or freeze yourself, because the tiniest millimetre on the cold makes the biggest difference. And there is the shower head. And I thought initially that, it was just useless, but you can sort of, if you aim it like that, it goes like that, and it works out all right. They give you body lotion, moisturiser, I guess, and shampoo, which is great, and typical hand soap. The Wi-Fi is actually pretty decent. It has its patches where it doesn't work at all, but it also, generally speaking, I think is pretty good. In fact, very good, yeah. It allows me to back up all my files in the evening in an hour or two. That's all you can ask, really, in terms of speed. The biggest minus, though, and there is a minus, is lack of a heater. And it really, really needs one. I mean, Bulawayo gets well below 10 degrees Celsius at night, like 4, 5, 6 degrees in the middle of the night. So the building is naturally cool. It seems to be sort of designed for summer, I guess. So I'm here in July, which is winter in Zimbabwe, and I was throwing on multiple layers and extra blankets and everything last night, I can tell you. But, you know, you have to take the rough with the smooth, and there's something special about this building. And I think it's time to delve in and find out what the history is. So this here is the first floor with its grandfather clock, which is working. And so it's got all these different rooms. This here is the Wakeford room. And so I guess it's hired out for conferences and whatnot. Team building exercises, no doubt. I don't even know if I'm allowed to be in here. This here is the committee room, and it really looks like it, doesn't it? Order, order! I call this meeting of the committee of the Bulawayo Club to order. That was probably a ghost of someone. There's a picture of Prince Philip and Queen Elizabeth on the wall. Wow. You've got to go. Oh. See now, this is just exploration of. I don't know what they're preparing for here, but it looks super duper important. This is Lombengula room, and this is where I'm going to do my final thoughts. Firstly, let me show you this. This is what I thought was information about the history of the club, but it's not. It's just welcome, and we hope you have a pleasant stay. And breakfast is from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m, which is actually up. It's 10 p.m. And I should say how much I paid, shouldn't I? I think it was about 88 Australian dollars, so 59-ish USD. It's pretty good value. And it's a nice little haven here, although Bulawayo is not crazy like Harare, so Bulawayo is actually very pleasant. Well, they say it's our pleasure to welcome you to the Bulawayo Club. It gives us immense sense of achievement and honour that you have selected our hotel amongst the varieties of hotels available for your business and pleasure needs. Our friendly and professional staff are committed to make certain your stay is comfortable and satisfactory. Well, it certainly has been, and the staff here are excellent. They are excellent. And one thing in Africa I will say is that staff generally at hotels, they bend over backwards to help, so they're really, really good. Nairobi is another example of that. If you're wondering why I never did a hotel review for Harare, it's because I stayed in an Airbnb. And that served its purpose too, but this is unique. Well, I've just done a quick bit of research on Google, and I found out a little bit about this club. First of all, it was established as a gentleman's club in 1895, along the lines of gentlemen's clubs in London. This particular building, however, dates back to 1934, so it is 91 years old. Happy birthday, Bulawayo Club. 91 years old, this particular building. And the founding stone was placed by Prince George the something, 6th, I don't know. No, they don't have numbers with their princes, do they? So initially they didn't allow women in the club. There's scant information about whether people of both races were allowed in the club, which was, I guess, on my mind, I don't think there's any issues these days. It was converted into a hotel in 2009. Most of the people who are staying here, I think, are Zimbabweans. In fact, there's not a lot of foreign tourists in Zimbabwe, so yeah, most of them are Zimbabweans. And so, in some ways, it's moved on from a past that is steeped in stuff that I guess we feel is quite antiquated today and unacceptable, I guess. And so all I know is I got, when I was looking for places, this came up and it was at a really good price. It includes breakfast. They give you a full English breakfast, sausage, eggs, bacon, toast and beans, and tea or coffee. So that's really good. And if you are in Bulawayo, it's pretty central as well. It's pretty well located. There are a lot of taxis for you if you want, or you can try your luck just outside. And the rooms are all around the courtyard, I believe, although there may be some on that side. Noise-wise, it's been excellent. It's been mostly comfortable, apart from it could be a little bit warmer. And food's been good, service has been excellent. They've got laundry service, they charge by the item. Very, very happy here. Even if the portraits of Cecil Rhodes make me somewhat uncomfortable. Thanks for watching this one. Don't forget to click like, comment and subscribe to the channel. It does help the channel to grow. I really do appreciate it as well. Yeah, as I try to grow and grow. Take care wherever you are in the world, and may the journey never end.
I'm Andy Rome.